All right, welcome back to Just Car Guys, the show where me and my dad talk about the latest and greatest car news and car stories from the last week.
As a reminder, I haven't seen any of the content that Anthony's prepared for us today, so looking forward to seeing what you got.
We got some cool stuff, so let's get into it. Starting off, we finally get a first look at a car a lot of people are excited about. Honda gave us first look at the Civic Type R prototype, and that looks fantastic.
That's cool, yeah.
I like that a lot. So officially arriving next year, the Type R features some awesome stuff. You can see here like some Brembo brakes up front, a rear wing, 3 exhaust tips, 6-speed manual transmission, and a much more aggressive stance. There are no technical details at this moment, but is expected to use the same turbocharged 2-liter inline-4 from the outgoing model, but produce a bit more power, of course. The car will go on sale later in 2022 in the US. It will likely start at just under $40,000. I really like it.
Man, you know, the camouflage is taking a little away from it, but
Yes.
you can tell that the bones are there
You
for
can
a
tell it's
pretty cool
good.
looking car.
Yeah.
I really like the wheels that they put on that thing.
Oh, they're great.
The wing looks cool. I'm curious what the tail looks like. I don't know if you got a shot of the back. Okay. All right. Triple exhaust tips. Interesting.
It's kind of cool, though.
It's different. Yeah. But as long as they, hopefully they don't do anything goofy back there with colors, just
Yeah.
keep the body color in there.
Agreed.
And that's pretty cool.
It looks so, in my opinion, it looks so much better than the last generation.
Yeah. All right.
Like, it's just that bit of, like, subtleness, but, like, it looks good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sporty sedan.
Exactly. Cadillac is changing their logo for their new EVs. So Cadillac has changed to a new black and white version of their iconic logo, which was first seen on the Lyric SUV. This logo has spread to their social media channels and website and is a signal of the brand's shift to electric vehicles. A Cadillac spokesperson told Car and Driver, quote, "As Cadillac begins its next chapter to an all-electric future, Cadillac is refreshing our brand look and feel." The spokesperson also said that while the new logo will be more common, quote, "Cadillac will continue to use the current crest as well."
Oh, really? So they're go with
Yeah.
both.
Interesting. My guess is that the ones that are still internal combustion will have the color.
Will have the
and
color.
ones that aren't will have the black and
Look
white.
how cool it would have been if they kept the color but actually lit it up in those colors.
That'd be awesome,
Right?
That's what I think would be cool.
It's probably too complicated, so they just went black and white. So they're like, hey, look, we're gonna launch this new design, but really it was just to save money.
Probably, yeah, exactly.
I don't mind it though. That's cool.
Yeah.
It calls out. It's one more like subtle feature that shows
Yeah.
that it's electric.
That
That's cool.
differentiates it
Yeah.
a little bit. Now, this is pretty awesome. We finally have the official pricing for the Lotus Emira. Entering production at the end of the next year, the Lotus Emira will be the last internal combustion car we see from Lotus. The fully loaded first edition model will cost $96,100, and the base Lotus Emira will start at $77,100.
I thought it was gonna come in a little bit higher than that. Honestly,
So did I.
Wow.
To be honest. But I mean, in there you're getting into Cayman territory, and then
Then you gotta watch.
you
However,
You're
I mean,
gonna have to
this
really
thing
be good.
looks the business. Like it's
so cool.
It's got like the exotic feel that you're kind of looking for. But man, I bet that thing's gonna be great.
I love it. It
I don't
looks so
remember. Is that a
fantastic.
2+2 or is it offered in a
I
2+2
think it's just
with
two.
Okay.
So with that, what you get for the first edition is a 400 horsepower supercharged 3.5-liter V6 with a standard 6-speed manual transmission or an optional 6-speed automatic. There's also then the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that makes 360 horsepower, and it's only available with a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. The quickest Emira will hit 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds and top out at 180 miles per hour. The base model will not be available until 2023, with the first edition going into production fall of next year.
That thing is beautiful.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
gonna
it.
be a hot car. I can't wait to see one in real life.
I
We
know.
had to drive one. That would be cool.
So cool. Next up here, this is awesome. Formula One is aiming to save cars and racing as we currently know it. So Formula One has announced that their next generation of engines that will hit the track in 2025 will be powered by 100% sustainable fuel, which they also envision being available for mainstream use. So there's a lot of details around this. So the fuel will be created in laboratories, of course, from a bunch of potential sources, one of them being carbon capture, which is hatching carbon dioxide at its emission source and just just reusing or restoring it, or even using non-food biomass such as algae or agricultural waste. The overall goal of this is that the fuel matches the energy density of the current gasoline products they use, so it doesn't affect vehicle performance, as well as F1 expects the fuel to have a total greenhouse gas emission savings of at least 65% when compared to traditional gasoline. The fuel is supposed to be, quote, drop-in, meaning it can be used in any existing internal combustion engine without needing any special modifications.
What?
They also currently are working with fuel companies about creating enough of it for the series and scaling up production for public use. They also plan to use this in their air and sea travel industry, so the entire series would become sustainable.
Wow.
There are also rumors of Porsche and Audi joining as engine manufacturers in F1. In the past, Porsche has said they would consider joining in F1 if they committed to using sustainable fuels. So if Porsche and F1 join forces, the future of the internal combustion engine could still be plausible.
Wow. That's big.
What a story.
That is big
That's
news.
fantastic.
That's outstanding. I can't believe they're going to figure out a way to get the same energy out of, because that's been the big unlock, right?
Yeah.
Like people can make alternative fuels, but it just doesn't
same
have
power,
it doesn't pack the punch, right?
Exactly.
So, wow. Good for them.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is. It's awesome.
I couldn't be happier. The Ford Mustang is getting some new appearance options. The 2022 Ford Mustang will get a new Stealth Edition option for the base 4-cylinder EcoBoost, with the V8 powered GT getting an updated version of the California Special variant. The Stealth Edition gets clear taillights, black trim, 19-inch wheels, rear spoiler, and a special badge on the instrument cluster. The California Special gets a black grille, stripes, badges, scoop on the rear fender, strut tower brace under the hood, rear spoiler, and suede trim on the inside.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I've always liked the California Special. I thought those things, just added something a little different
cool.
to the look,
Yeah, 100%. As we know, many manufacturers are racing to be the first to create an electric pickup truck. Chevrolet has confirmed that the electric Silverado will debut at the Consumer Electronics Show on January 5th, 2022. With that, they also gave us some more teaser images showing a top view of the truck with a glass roof, which will only be available on certain trim levels, of course. They also confirmed that there will be a commercial-grade fleet version of the EV truck, most likely getting rid of all the niceties for practicality and price. The Silverado EV is estimated to get up to 400 miles of range and will come with rear axle steering. What do you think about this? I think it's kind of fun to watch.
How it's
all these
unfolding.
people trying to come out with an EV pickup, because you've got Rivian, you've got Tesla, you've got Ford, Chevy, GMC. Everybody is trying to take a piece of that.
Yep.
I think it's cool.
I can't wait to see them on the road,
Yeah.
There's, I don't know. It feels like they've been talking about it for a while. So I'm ready.
Yeah, it does.
I'm ready now, but
Agree,
I know there's a
100%.
ton of production issues, and we still got the
it's still
computer chip
crazy.
problem and all of that. Let's talk this glass roof in the pickup. It seems cool, but the first thing that came to my, we're in Colorado. First thing that came to my mind was like hail.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, man,
100%.
But
Oh, that would be awful. It's got to be some pretty thick glass, though,
I'm
because you
sure
got to
it
think about
is.
the safety standards.
yeah,
They still have to pass those.
I'm sure it is. But then on the flip side, how cool would it be to watch up through the glass the hail coming down?
Yeah, or the literal flip side to see the ground when you flip that thing over.
That would not be good.
Now,
No glass roofs in the Raptor version.
Oh,
of,
yeah, no.
Lightning Raptor, whatever they're gonna do.
that would be bad. Chevrolet doesn't have one of those, do they?
What's that?
Like a crazy version?
A crazy off-roader?
They don't. I don't think they do, because there's Dodge. Dodge has the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Ford's got the Raptor. What does Chevy have? Do they have something? Somebody yell at me if I'm forgetting something, please, because I do not remember.
They have like an off-road edition and that kind of stuff, like off-road trim packages, but nothing like the extreme,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should.
That I can
That'd
think
be
of.
cool.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, all right. How
I
about
guess
this?
That's their problem.
If they
though.
have, they haven't marketed it well enough
that's what I'm
because we
saying.
don't know.
If they really do have one, it must suck, because I've never heard anything about it. Dude, I'm still just going back. that F1 thing has me so excited.
Oh, that is gonna
Like
be
them, especially
great. And
imagine
Porsche
and
jumping
Audi
on-
coming into
yeah.
Formula One
Yeah.
and developing these new
It'll
fuels.
change the game.
It would change everything.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome.
That's,
It'd be sick.
can't wait.
I know. I hope so. I really do. Now, Mazda is adding 3 new SUVs by 2023, the first of which will be the CX-50 coming in November. It will be a mid-size crossover and will sell alongside the CX-5. Next are the CX-70 and the CX-90, the first being a 2-row SUV and the second being a 3-row, each having the choice of a turbocharged inline-6 engine or a plug-in hybrid that uses an inline-4. Now with all Mazda's CX models, all-wheel drive does come standard, which is pretty cool. And the CX-70 will be introduced as a new model with the CX-90 replacing the CX-9. Honestly, have you ever driven in a new Mazda?
They're pretty nice,
I
actually.
haven't. They like the pictures, they look pretty nice.
They've done a nice job with their styling. You know, I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want, because I was just thinking about this literally the other day. I'm like, I don't know if I've ridden in a new Mazda.
Yep.
I really want to, because the pictures and like what people say, they're really nice cars.
Yep. I've been inside the car. I've ridden in the SUV. They're pretty nice cars. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with them.
COVID-19 cancels yet another incredible automotive show. The Geneva Motor Show is canceled for the 3rd year in a row. The reason for the cancellation is, quote, many exhibitors have indicated that the uncertainties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic make it impossible for them to make a firm commitment for GIMS 2022, end quote. Organizer President Maurice Turrentini said, quote, we see this decision as a postponement rather than a cancellation, and I am confident that the Geneva Motor Show will come back stronger than ever in 2023. That's kind of disappointing, because I bet there would have been some awesome stuff to come out.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's been a ton of innovation. We're talking every week about new things that are coming, right?
It's wild. Yeah.
And so it is unfortunate. It is crazy the impact that this has had globally on just about everything that touches our lives, whether it's these car shows or other things, and certainly not to discount the impact it's had on people. And I mean, people have died, right? So just a amazing time in history we're living through right now, for sure.
Yeah. Now, we have some new news from Lexus on a vehicle previously thought not to be coming to the US. So as we know, Toyota will not be selling the next generation of the Land Cruiser in the United States, but Lexus announced that on Wednesday, October 13th, they will reveal their luxurious version of the SUV, the LX600. So with that, this vehicle will most likely feature the new twin turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 found in the Land Cruiser and the new Toyota Tundra. And in the Land Cruiser, the engine makes 409 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, and we could see a hybrid version of that powertrain as well coming to the Lexus. The LX should go on sale early next year and start around $90,000.
Ooh, all right.
But it's kind of cool because it's like one of those cars where like it's really nice and luxurious, but they're kind of like off-road focused and like trying to flex the capabilities, and it's kind of sick. That's the little teaser video they put out.
Nice. Hey, you know what? Those vehicles have been very capable off-road vehicles, even though they've got the luxurious appointments. You know, like So it's great that they're continuing with that.
Oh, 100%.
They wouldn't necessarily have to, because there's others that have their luxury SUVs that don't have the, off-road credibility.
Yeah.
But
also,
so if you think about it, it's really them and like Land Rover, right? That still figure out how to pull it off.
Well, and you can maybe make an argument for the G-Wagon. Maybe.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. The bones are there. That would be... You're still more likely to see someone in a Lexus or a
by far
off-road than a G-Wagon. But
the Lexus, like there's some to me that's just so cool about having a big, luxurious, expensive vehicle that is extremely capable off-road,
hammering it up through a big mud
dirt,
pit or rock crawling the thing
and stuff. It's awesome. Like, have you seen those like Lexus builds that are like the Overland, and they've got the huge
they're
tires?
Sweet.
They're awesome.
They're outstanding.
All right, last but not least here, recent McLaren trademark filings suggest a move from alphanumeric names.
Okay.
So McLaren has recently, in a lot of their models, gone away with alphanumerics like the MP412C, 675LT, 720S, 600LT, to name a few, with some of their newest names being Senna, Elva, Speedtail, and Artura, which is this right here. That's the first one they've kind of changed in like a production model to actually just a straight up name.
Special edition. Yeah.
Exactly. So McLaren filed for 3 new names with the United Kingdom Intellectual Property Office, the 3 new names being Solus, Arion, and Aeonic, which are kind of cool.
Yeah.
There are currently no details on what the applications for these new names may be, whether it be new models to replace their current lineup or names of some special edition McLarens, of course, like the Sabre and stuff like that.
Right.
Pretty cool. Honestly, I've loved what McLaren's been doing these past couple of years.
They make beautiful cars.
Awesome
and
stuff.
And the performance is outstanding, and everything that you
cool.
hear.
Yeah.
The ride quality is exceptional.
The electronics are great.
Well, I don't know about that. but you're hearing less and less of that, right?
Yes, 100%.
However, I guess time will tell is the catch,
Yeah.
right? Because now that more and more are on the road, you know, and they get more miles on them, we'll have to see how they actually hold up to time. But aside from that, you know, keep it going. I'm glad to see that they're continuing to be innovators.
So with that, that is it for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at AnthonyCIFAL. With that, you have an excellent rest of your week.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. Looking forward to catching up with you again next week.
Peace out.
Take care.